SBF's Wario. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah, indeed.
SBF is, I believe, from the north, right?
Yeah. I can't
so
remember if it's northeast, northwest. Not gonna lie, they're all the same.
Yeah,
north
it's the north. It's fine. North is north. Above London, it's all the same. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had a lot of people travel down to this event, which is really cool. I've seen like Curry walking around, so yeah, a bunch of people from the north, and I think Maze Beans from Scotland is here.
Yeah, it's really nice people have still made the effort, even with the rail strikes.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how many. I saw that someone made it like their winners round qualifier to get out of pools just on DQs because of the rail strikes.
Yeah.
Which is lovely.
That is crazy. We thought that might happen. We thought it might happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely something that's going to come into play in this matchup is Toon Link is like really hard to combo, and obviously Wario. So I don't know how Wario's combos are going to work against it, but
yeah, I mean, kind of the up tilt stuff will probably still just work the same.
Yeah, I'd assume that your sort of 2-hit conversions are going to be basically the same, but Toon Link a really interesting like drift. Two-frame air dodge as well. It's like it can be really difficult, and actually Itano doing really well right now.
Yeah, a ton of damage put on already.
That's a stock.
Wow, the forward
nice one, Itano.
That's crazy. It was such a strong start here from Itano Circus. And yeah, SBF, he's needing to catch up. But the thing about Wario, as always, against Wario, you are playing a 2-stock game. Definitely, provided they can get those WOF confirms, and SBF absolutely will be trying to do so.
100%, yeah. And I mean, SBF, he is pretty consistent with him too, so it's, you know, this is no mere mid-level Wario.
No, certainly not. Yeah, I love that use of up B there. He actually turned it around to launch SBF more towards the ledge. He didn't get a ledge trap out of it, but, you know, it's just that nice to see that character knowledge coming out so that he can make the right decisions on Itano Circus' part.
Sure, and SBF throwing Itano off stage now, but that tether just coming in so handy, and Bomb as well, just clearing that ledge. And now Itano has all the stage control all over again.
Yeah, and this is something we've been seeing even just throughout this kind of first stock, is like Itano Circus is just doing such a good job of keeping SBF out a lot of the time, like SBF can't get in. But now SBF does have the Waft on deck already, and so let's see what he can do with it. He's probably going to save it for the next stock.
Yeah, I was going to say, definitely not going to see him using that anytime soon. But yeah, like you say, he's got the Waft now, and it's still, you know, 2 of Itano's stocks left. We're probably going to see it come into play at some point.
Definitely. This is kind of the problem of like trying to space out and be really defensive against Wario. Could that be the stock? Not quite,
yeah.
But the longer you stay away, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
SD.
really
The longer you stay away from Wario, the more time he has to build up Waft. It's like a lot of the time being defensive and just letting him kind of camp you isn't the best option.
Yeah. Another lovely bite. SBF definitely catching Itano and shield a few times here.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to be too defensive against Wario. That bite is really good at just like cooling out shields, especially because you can do it as a jump. It's kind of like a tomahawk.
Definitely, and I feel like SBF's tuned into Itano's options a little bit more now.
And that up tilt was really scary.
Missing the punish on that. It's a real shame for SBF, but I mean, Itano's going to be counting his lucky stars.
Yeah, we saw SBF go for the up tilt there, which means that he's definitely looking for this Waft confirm. Yep. If he's able to get it now, then we are suddenly watching a very different game here. I love that drift back up air from Itano Circus. Just yeah, just kind of using the lasting hitbox, just call out SBF.
That was some questionable DI, but I don't think Itano was expecting that call out.
I didn't even see what percent that was. That was surely like 90 or something?
I don't even know if it was 90, I'm not going to lie. That was very low percent, but yeah, we saw Itano must have just been caught holding towards the edge of the BlastZone.
Yeah, and some really good strings coming out here from SBF. He tried for the...
Oh, whoa, I've never seen that conversion before. I mean, obviously it didn't work, but
yeah,
I've never seen that be attempted.
No, I mean, the jab lock... Wow.
Never mind, game over. What the heck?
Wow.
I feel like it was
I'm still processing like the Waft attempt.
I know, yeah.
Now the game's over.
That game was starting to go a little bit stagnant, and then suddenly SBF switched on.
SBF just said, "Oh, nah, I gotta go. I'm going. Like my ride's here. I gotta get now."
Be sad if he has to go winners round 2.
that would suck. Nah, he's definitely staying out here to play many more games, and he is trying to move on in winners bracket. And doing that, opening up game 1 like that, yeah, that's a good way to do it.
100%, yeah. I mean, Itano was doing really well at first. I think, you know, sometimes when you're playing against these zoners, characters like Toon Link that have loads of these options that they can use in neutral to keep you away, and you hunt down their patterns, and that's definitely what SBF's been trying to do, and he's just tuned in to Itano now, I think.
Yeah, definitely, and it's that's kind of like the, you know, when you get to like the upper levels of play, it's a lot like that first initial start to a game isn't necessarily the most important because they're just taking the time to figure out and adapt to you, and then it's a question of how can you adapt back.
Yeah, definitely. So I wonder what Itano is going to change, to be honest.
I think that we kind of saw like the up-close game was looking really tough for Itano at first. That was kind of like the main thing. He's getting caught out by a lot of stuff where he's not expecting to get hit. And again, like, Toon Link doesn't have the best up-close scrapping options, so that's kind of what we mentioned before the set started.
Now we're seeing Itano staying at ledge. That bike is definitely going to catch it, and that's a stock gone already.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing, is like just kind of these quick options that Itano's just not expecting or just not quite ready for.
Yeah.
You have to really be on edge against Wario, because he can make you explode at any point.
It can be rough, and I almost would bet money that Itano was just looking for a nice, simple tether back to ledge there, which is why he didn't press it.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. Yeah, SBF playing so well at the ledge right now. He's just calling out these options perfectly. He's really got a read on like how Itano likes to escape from disadvantage.
Definitely, yeah.
So yeah, we want to see.
Itano is hanging in there a little bit, still trying to play his game, but SBF is just not letting him right now. Whiff punishing perfectperfectly, converting into combos. Nice conversion. Not quite enough for a stock.
Yeah, boomerang forward and not quite taking it there. We need a bit more %. But yeah, SBF just fighting his way back and getting a ton of damage out of doing so. Itano Circus, yeah, he's kind of playing a little bit scared right now. He's not really willing to commit to the things that he needs to commit to. And
we saw him there whiff a move and just, hold shield, and SBF was so quick to just grab that. Yep, hanging on a little too long. I think, like you say, Itano might be playing a little bit scared now. And
yeah.
As I would be as well.
Yeah, this is a really scary situation against a Wario which has waft, and the skill of using it that SBF does. Yeah, this is very scary for Itano.
Not quite, actually. Yeah, maybe that was that. Why is it not working?
I think he's fast falling before the second hit comes out.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to like go for a string, but a string is what Itano gets with that bomb.
Yeah.
Converting it into the forward air. You love to see that.
Finally, yeah. Itano must be kind of breathing a sigh of relief right now.
Yeah, it's the first stock, but the next two are going to be really hard because you have to take them without getting wafted by Wario.
It's like, even though you've gotten rid of that rage on Wario, doesn't matter necessarily.
It's hard, and you can see that SBF immediately fishing for that landing up there. He knows what he needs, and will he get it that time? He won't.
No, not again. He's gone for it again. Yeah,
he whiffed at the same thing. I'm sure he's trying to run forwards and do it.
Yeah,
I think that's the idea.
Yeah. That must be so tight frame-wise.
Oh yeah, definitely. It looks really hard. But yeah, missing it there. But honestly, at this point with his lead, he's probably not that worried about it. Like, he's in a really good position here, and Itano has to work so hard to bring this back.
Yeah, and this is really rough for Itano, because I think SBF is just going to start playing for a bit of fun now. And actually, he's like quite a creative player, so you're going to start seeing some like dumb shit start coming out. What about hard up smash?
Yep. Okay, so Itano having some leads on life here.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit of the second win coming in, but I feel like SBF still just keeping him at bay enough. Yeah, and again, off stage. Hunting down with that slap there. Let's see if Itano can convert a little bit. Can't this time.
Yeah, not quite able to get it, and SBF putting him right back at the ledge. Will the chomp be enough? It will not. Not quite this time. Itano hanging on for just a little bit longer.
Barely. Oh, barely whiffing there. Oh my god, I thought that bike was going to hit.
Yeah, Itano is just kind of out, like not spacing his stuff correctly, and he's struggling to get hits because of it. And
it's so unfortunate. That's not the way you want it to end. But he's laughing it off.
He is absolutely laughing at that. Yeah, that's a shame, but